Right now, a band of elves is hard at work making sure dozens of kids from Memphis have a Merry Christmas. Now, those elves aren't at the North Pole. In fact, they're in uniform, protecting and serving our city. Fox 13's Darcy Thomas shares the heartwarming story of how one police officer's legacy continues to inspire others to help Memphis kids.
Ask about Officer Alphonso Jenkins, and you're sure to get a smile.
He's like big on community.
He was just a great soul, great spirit.
We just clicked, man. He's my best friend.
He was just that type of guy, warm and welcoming.
He had a heart for service, an Air Force veteran, a Memphis police officer for nearly 20 years. He was awarded the department's Medal of Valor in 2016. Officer Jenkins was an example to his fellow officers.
He had a way of just making you do the right thing, even when you didn't want to do it. He was that type of officer.
He was a person you couldn't tell no. It was like he told you, you did it. That was it. It was law.
He had a passion for helping Memphis's children.
He really took policing to another level, how he reacted with the kids and things he wanted to do, and he just, all of a sudden, he just wanted to do more for the kids.
Officer Jenkins' goal was to strengthen the community's connection that he knew were so vital, building trust between children and the police.
We have to learn to treat them like they're ours, because if we don't love them, who will?
His biggest event, Shop with a Cop, started about a decade ago.
I remember like it was yesterday. We was in the car. He was like, hey man, I'm gonna buy some bikes for some kids for Christmas and we're gonna give them away.
The bikes led to gift cards. Kids could pick their own gifts.
We want to build a bond with you shopping with the kids at an early age. Them kids are gonna remember that. I shop with a cop, it's fun. Seeing their face light up.
Officer Jenkins always wanted to go bigger. It wasn't just about the money, although he did some serious fundraising from everyone he knew.
I'm thinking, okay, we do about $50. He like, nah, we're gonna do 100. I said, you gonna do 100 gift cards? $100 gift card? Yeah. Well, how many kids we gonna get? We're gonna do 50.
He always had us sponsor a kid, so we would donate $100 as well. And then if we couldn't, he would always be like, then donate your time.
I know officers gave money, things like that, but I found out years later that Jenkins spent $2,000, $3,000 his own money.
Officer Jenkins knew time shared, showing that you truly care, is more valuable than any money could ever be.
He used to have candy in his car to give out to the kids. Yeah. He's always been just either the candy man or the guy to play with kids real quick, hop out of the car, play basketball.
When he was on patrol, if we had any downtime, if a call didn't go out, Jenkins is going up, knocking on doors, talking to the parents, talking to the kids year round.
Then last November came.
Early one morning, they said Jenkins ain't came to work. Do you got keys to his house? I said he ain't came to work, so I instantly called him because I had just spoke to him the night before. I get in my car, I got a badge. I had a bad feeling going up there because they just wasn't like him, not to come to work. We went through the back window, go in the house, and he was there, and he was unresponsive.
Officer Jenkins didn't make it. He was only 54 years old. Even in their grief, his family and friends knew they still had work to do because Christmas was coming. The children of Memphis still needed help.
They say when somebody passes that you should adopt some of the things that you love about them. And so my dad was very giving and very caring about kids and wanted to always give back.
Grief is forever, but so is love. And so you see all of these people felt his love. It's like he is there because he loved all these people and now they're here too.
They just lost their father. And a week and a half later, they telling me, Mr. Williams, you gonna take over the shop with a cop, right? You gonna do this, right? And I'm like, I guess. But that's what their mind was at. They just lost their dad, but they was thinking about other people. That's what he put into them.
His daughters, his closest friends, his co-workers, all stepped up, doing the work Officer Jenkins loved. They became Jenkins Elves.
Because we were his elves. It's like he was Santa Claus, and we just did whatever he wanted us to do.
All the connections Officer Jenkins built, all the people he asked for help, all the lives he had touched, it all came together. It was incredible.
It was huge. The response was great. Just knowing the person Jenkins was, officers wanted to help, the school, everything turned out great because of him.
It's bittersweet though, because for this to be the biggest, or last year to be the biggest one, and he didn't get to experience it, it's kind of sad, but it's still sweet because he would have loved to see how grand it was last year and hopefully this year.
All these elves and many more who work with him plan to keep Officer Jenkins' work going. They're planning the biggest and best Shop with a Cop event ever this year.
This is his legacy. Like, this is him. This is his fingerprint. This is Alphonso Jenkins, Shop with a Cop. This is him.
That love, we just poured it back in. Everyone just poured it back in because they knew, like, if we don't do this, how did we show people that we really cared about him?
Darcy Thomas, Fox 13 News.
Jenkins Elves work with local schools to find deserving families. Their Shop with a Cop event will begin next Wednesday, December 20th. So if you'd like to help fund the event, we put a donation link on this story on fox13memphis.com.